Liverpool 4, Newcastle United 1. This match turned when Newcastle United couldn't control the channel up front. Anthony Gordon, who had been causing trouble to the Liverpool defence in the first half, was completely shut out in the second half by a marvellous defensive display by Ibrahima Konaté. This match had everything that we're expecting: goals, controversial moments and 4 yellow cards. The controversial moments, there is one in particular I want to talk about. It centres around controversial free kicks to both sides by referee Simon Hooper. He gave one against Newcastle United in the second half. Initially, Dan Burn was not involved in it, but became embroiled in it because he wanted a war of words with the referee. And he ended up, quite rightly, getting a yellow card for dissent. And then later on in the match, for some unknown reason, the ball was going out of play over the Newcastle goal line, and he decided to clatter into Cody Gakpo. And I don't believe it. The referee gave nothing. If anything, second yellow card and a red, he should have gone. Or he could have even looked at it and said it was serious foul play, a straight red, and gone. But no, the referee just gave an explanation to Virgil van Dijk, being the Liverpool captain, and then carried on. Unbelievable. Anyway, tell me what you think. But this match really was entertaining, to say the least. In the first 20 minutes, Liverpool were trying the long ball method, wasn't working. And Newcastle were attacking down the left-hand side, which I thought they would do, through Harvey Barnes. Dominic Szoboszlai was put in at right back. I'm still very uneasy about him playing in that position, but we got away with it today against a side that's not that good. Against a stronger side, I think we would have been punished. And so many of Newcastle attacks were down the left, and then they opened us up, and Anthony Gordon scored after 36 minutes. Yes, normally when we go one down, we crumble. This time we didn't. We bounced back. 2 goals in 2 minutes to Hugo Ekitike, and suddenly we're 2-1 up. The second half, well, it was virtually all one way. Liverpool were dominating midfield, pressing forward, changing from a 4-2-3-1 to a 4-2-4, having Salah on the right, Ekitike on the left, Gakpo down the middle, and joined by Florian Wirtz. And they really started to cause trouble. And it was a sweeping move in the 67th minute. Gakpo to Wirtz in the middle, out to Salah on the right. He returned the pass and Wirtz put the ball in the back of the net. 3-1, and we're coasting. But Newcastle really struggled. When Gordon was completely out of the game in the second half, any long balls that were going forward weren't troubling us any such way they should be. And yes, both Elanga on the right and Barnes on the left tried their best, but they were getting nowhere. They were getting shut out. And even Newcastle, who brought on the record signings, Visser, Voltemada, he didn't do much. Neither of them did. They really had nothing to offer. And it was fitting in the end that Konaté, who had a really solid match coming back after his family bereavement, the loss of his father, scored the 4th. There was a few tears expected at the top end of all goals he had to score, but well on him. Well done, Konaté. Hold your head up high. For us, well, it's a win. It's our first win in the Premier League in 2026. Pushes us up to 5th after Chelsea came from behind and beat West Ham earlier in the piece. But we'll have to wait and see what Manchester United do in 24 hours' time at home against Fulham. Newcastle, well, their record at Anfield continues. They haven't won there for 32 years. And really, they don't have much. They know that when they come to Anfield, they're going to face a hostile environment, and it was here today. As the game wore on, they just wilted. So we've got 8 days before our next match at home against Manchester City, and that might give us a chance to get some of the injured players back. Frimpong hopefully, so we can slot in at right back and release Szoboszlai into the middle, which we need him. But Liverpool, well done. 3 points. Let's keep winning. Let's progress forward. This is what we want to see.